to inform you. You're watching News Center, where we're taking a look at the latest news making headlines in the country, even as we follow up for you on various developments across the country and the region as well. My name is Jesse Rogers. So let's get the show on the road, and we want to begin with the developments all to do with the party nominations, the party primaries that are still ongoing across the country. And this time round, my colleague from Meru, Alan Ochanda, is just joining us live to bring us up to speed with the ongoing party primaries and what we can expect from that part of the country, specifically Meru County. Alan Ochanda, it's great to see you once again. Give us an update on what we should expect today, bearing in mind there are a couple of wards that will be conducting their party primaries, even as we see consensus being the order of the day, or is it? Talk to us.
Well, Jess, yes, indeed. In the morning, I actually briefed you about the preparations of the repeat exercise in the 14 wards here in Meru. Remember that only 25 was subjected to that particular exercise, and 11 passed the test out of all the 45. But in 20 wards, they actually arrived at the ideal candidates through the consensus avenue. But here, I am actually at the Meru National School, where it acts as the main tallying center of these party primaries for the UDA party. And so, as at this hour, 10 a.m., this is when election materials are being dispatched. Let's say they go down for the election materials, where cars and actually vehicles carrying the election materials have just left here. And as you can see behind me, this is also the other car that is also carrying these election materials, really going late, because remember that according to stipulations, is that the UDA party had promised last week, before the onset of the party primaries, that the exercise will be beginning at 6 a.m. But it's actually 4 hours late, and so maybe we are expecting that we shall be experiencing longer queues when we shall be visiting those particular polling centers, where the supporters of the UDA party are expected to turn up in large numbers. But we've also been talking to some of the officials who actually just chaperoned this particular exercise last week, and some of them in confidence really saying that the delay might have been occasioned by what they term as delay of payment of their dues for the services they offered last week. And so those are claims we need to really verify here. But we are also here with some of the aspirants here. Maybe just tell us, ndugu, utueleze jina lako, unawania wadhifa wa wadi gani, na utueleze kufikia saa hii hamjaanza, uko hapa katika kituo kikuu. You tell us maybe how is the situation here?
Mimi naitwa Kaimenyi Kinoti, nagombea kiti cha MCA kule ya Bodhogochi West. Niseme so far naona mambo inaendelea mzuri kwetu. Huko hapo Bodhogochi West pia tulikuwa leo kutakuwa na mchunjo, but so far kuna there has not been any materials delivered to my ward. This is because my competitor as decamped from UDA na akasema atakuwa independent candidate, but this does not mean any worry to my people. I believe it is a blessing in disguise. So niseme shukrani sana kwa watu wetu wenye walitokea mapema sana, and I want to really apologize for them having to come out in big numbers alafu wapate atupige kura, but it is so understood. Kitambo tulisikia mwenye tulikuwa tunagombea naye hii kiti alikuwa amesema anaenda independent, lakini hakuandikia chama kwanza, but I think it is now official that in Bodhogochi West ward hatutarundia mchunjo. But I want to assure others in other different areas mahali wanaenda kupigia kura. I have seen the materials being dispatched from here Meru School at the county returning center, and I want to believe that the process will be free, fair and verifiable. Nimeona vitu zote zimetolewa mzuri. I have even seen other aspirants from here, wengine wameondoka saa hii. There was some very little delays due to some I cannot actually say the actual reason as to why there was a little of delaying, but they saw the reasons to believe that this process will be okay and it will take place. Nimesikia wakisema sababu tumechelewa kidogo, hata kule masaa ya jioni watachelewesha kidogo, so that they will make sure that everyone that was supposed to vote has already voted, and we want to believe that the process will be okay.
Pengine swali la mwisho kwa ufupi sana, pengine hauhisi kwamba pengine unakumbuka zoezi hili kwa pengine maeneo mengine huanza mwendo wa saa 12 au saa 1, kuna watu ambao wanaenda afisini. Haoni kana kwamba pengine hawatapata fursa ya kuweza kushiriki zoezi hili kwa sababu vifaa vya kupiga kura vinaenda vikiwa vimechelewa, nao tayari wameenda kazini?
Now, I wouldn't say that hii kuchelewa itazuia wengine kupiga kura sababu ambazo asingeweza kuepukika. Kumbuka hii ni marundio ya mchunjo ambao ulikuwa umefanyika pale tarehe 14. I was also one of those that participated na nikashinda, na pia mpaka tukaannouncewa kama washindi, but ikasemekana due to one reason or another tutarudia hiyo mchunjo. So simply because that ni marundio, I want to believe that watu watatokea tena hata jioni, wenye watatoka kazini wataweza kupiga kura, because I have heard that some of the polling stations might cross up to around 7 or so that they will give room to everyone that was ready to participate in the process to participate in the same.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Jesse, one of the aspirants here for that particular ward called Abo the Gaguchi, quite a difficult name, but I've gotten it right, really saying that the delay is not really by design, but they are expecting that there shall be justice for all the participants and the aspirants for the 11 ward positions that have actually been subjected to a repeat exercise of the party primaries. Remember that for purposes of clarity is that Meru County is actually made up of 45 wards, and so out of the 45, 20 were arrived at for the ideal candidates through the avenue of consensus, but 25 were subjected to party primaries. Of the 25 that were subjected to party primaries, 11 passed the test, 14 failed the test, and so as such 14 wards are being subjected to a repeat of that particular exercise. Remember that the other positions for woman rep has also been subjected to party primaries, but it's actually passed the test last week. But remember, the position of senator and governor were actually arrived at through consensus. The governor position of the governor position will be actually the flag of the UDA party will be flown by the current Senator Mithika Linturi, and the position of senator shall also be flown. The party flag shall be flown by the current member of parliament for Imenti South, Kathuri Murungi, to represent the UDA party on the ballot. And the other 9 constituencies, except one where the popular comedian Jasper Mudhomi, aka MC Jesse, has now bolted out of the party and really saying that he'll be going for that particular position as an independent candidate, saying that last week's tweet from the Deputy President William Ruto that he's actually been incorporated in the presidential campaign team were actually false, and that he was not party to the final decision. So Jesse shall be still visiting the 11 polling centers, 11 wards, where it has several polling centers as to ascertain as to whether the exercise has begun or not, because the time when these election materials have been dispatched from this particular main tallying center is quite late. It's almost midday, and some vehicles are still ferrying the election materials to those particular polling centers. Jesse.
And, thanks for that update. We'll definitely continue monitoring the developments in regards to the UDA party primaries and the repeat process in those 14 wards or so. Just as he's mentioned, 20 of the wards were settled through consensus. The other 25 wards in Meru County had to go to the ballot, and of course,